Hi, this is Bino. And some of you may know that I'm a ISA certified tree climber evaluator. I've been doing it for multiple years. What I wanted to share with you guys is that the ISA has updated their tree climber test, and there are some differences between the old test and the new. And actually, it went live a couple weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, where now they are starting to they've implemented and they're using the new updated test. So what I'd like to do today is go over some of the differences so you guys can be a little bit more prepared if you decide to take the test. Let's get to it. The first thing I'll talk about, and one of the biggest things, is the climbing systems that you can use. It had originally been the MRS system. That's what they've had from the beginning. Now they've updated that so you can use an SRS system. That's one huge thing. Now from that, the gear that you're allowed to use. So in the original, you could use an MRS system and you'll have to use friction hitches, and you can do it in multiple different ways. You could use a friction cord split tail. You can do it in the classic tie-off where you just use a rope tied to a clip and make your Blake's or taut line. That's all the same. You could still use that. But in an SRS system, now they're going to allow you to use different mechanical devices. You can use like a rope wrench, and then that's a huge thing. Now comes with that are some of the different things that you can use in an SRS system, and it can transfer over to MRS also. So in the past, if you were using, you had to use MRS, and to ascend the tree, definitely you could only body thrust. So now with this added equipment, you can add an ascender, even if you're using an MRS system, and you can advance up a tree with the ascender and an MRS system. Definitely you can use it with SRS, and having that, you can use other ascenders like a knee ascender, different mechanical hitches. Now the mechanical hitches have to be industry standard, and they have to be approved by like ANSI in America, the American National Standard. And if you're a different country, it has to follow and have to be approved by those authorities where you are from. Those are some of the mechanical devices and hitches that you can use. Now that I've mentioned that, so the differences in the test. In the original test, you're allowed to throw 5 times into the tree, and you have to go to a 20-foot mark. You have 5 tries to throw at a 20-foot mark, and then you have to ascend the tree, and you have to hit the final tie-in within 20 minutes. So now there's a difference in that. In this new updated test, you have 15 tries to throw into the tree, except for you can throw either into the 20-foot mark or you can throw into the final. But they are marked, and you have to hit the areas that are marked. So if you're throwing to the 20-foot mark, it has to be at that location where they spec it in the tree. And if you're going to do the final, it has to be in that location. Nothing in between. Now they do give you 15 throws. And you can either use either way. It could be MRS or SRS. So that's a difference there. Where you had to make it within 20 minutes to the final, that's not on the new test at all. So, but you do have either the lower or the higher and not between, and you have 15 tries. So that's a difference there. Also, there's going to be like command response, a lot more of command response, stand clear, all clear, and you have to know when to do that. And there's going to be locations on the test. So in the old test, you would climb up, you get to the final, and now once you get to the final, you'll walk out to a station, and then you would do a hand touch. Well, it's not a hand touch anymore. You can use your hand saw. And at that point, you got to make sure, that you're going to use your lanyard. There are marks, and actually you could probably fail if you don't do the lanyard at a hand touch. So from a hand touch, you also have to go to the pole saw touch. And in the same way in the original test where you have to call up for the pole saw, There's still command response. You make sure you're going to install your lanyard. And then you have to send your saw back down. All of that is somewhat the same, but some of the penalties are stronger. So yeah, definitely you'll want to have a look at the test and read it through and see all of those differences. So after you run through, both of the tests have the same frame. There's just those subtle differences that really can mess you up. Now you're going to come back down to the tree. So in the original test, if you're going to descend and the test is going to end, it was a 30-minute time frame. That's been changed. So instead of 30 minutes, you have 45 minutes to finish. Now, there's a little bit of a penalty if you don't do it within 30. So the last test you would finish in 30 minutes and test is over. You do have 45 minutes in this test, but if you don't finish it in 30, they deduct points. So yes, you have 45, but you can also be deducted points. So once you go through that whole process, that's pretty much the entire test in a nutshell. There are some differences, and they can make huge differences in the way it's scored. That's why I wanted to give you guys a heads up on some of the different things that'll happen. Next, what I'll do is I'll talk about how to find the test on the ISA website. What you'll want to do is you want to go to the International Society of Arboriculture website. There'll be a link in the description. Once you go there, you'll click that link. Now it'll bring you to the opening page. There's going to be a click button that says credentialing. Once you go to credentialing, they'll show you all the different types of credentials. You'll want to go to the one that says Certified Tree Climber. Once you click on Certified Tree Climber, it'll give you a whole description of the test. Now you read through that and it'll speak on everything that's required in this test and what the test will be. Near the bottom of that test, there's a part where it says click it, and it's the skills test. You click that and it actually brings you to the test that the evaluators use out in the field. So they are giving you the whole test. You can see exactly what it is, and you can work off of that. You can see what the evaluator is asking you to do, what your part in the test is. You can see the scoring system. It gives you all of that. If you didn't read through that whole section, if you scroll to the bottom of that page, there's all these blue sections, these links. You just go to the skills test link and you click it. You can open it up there. It's printable. You can bring it up online. It's free. That doesn't cost you a thing. ISA is giving you the opportunity to really look at the test, so when you perform it, you can do your best. So having said that, what we are going to do is we're going to get that test and we're going to segment it in little bites, and we're going to do the entire test. It's going to take us some time, but that's what we're working on. That'll help you when you're deciding to take the test. It'll give you a better idea of what the test will be like. And I got to tell you that it's not, it could vary evaluators and areas, how they will judge you. I'll just give you the way I would evaluate somebody and what I'm looking for as I'm being an evaluator as I am testing people. So what we'll be doing on the Bino H channel is on that test section, we'll be breaking it down into videos. So we'll go per page and we're going to segment it out, different areas of the page or the test from the beginning to the end. We'll do visuals, and we'll also do some performing. So it will give you guys a better idea of what to expect when you're taking the test. Well, there you have it. They've been working on this test for multiple years, and now it's updated in 2024. The updates are really huge, and all the 20 years or so that I've been evaluating, it's the most updates, it really is changing the test, and it's something that you really have to study and understand. It's nothing like the original test. So if you go in thinking it's going to be like that, you may not fare well. And on the other hand, it could be a real benefit to you because some of the things that they added, it might make the climb maybe easier for you. Anyhow, what we're going to do is add those videos. So you want to make sure you hit that notification bell so when there's any updates that you'll be able to see them when they come in. And if you could, comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Take care.